Hello from the Coral Gables television studio. I'm Tanya Leeds, and here's today's news. The city of Coral Gables has 2 new commissioners and 1 re-elected mayor. In a packed commission chambers filled with family and friends, the newly elected members of the Coral Gables City Commission were sworn into office 3 days after the 2013 general biennial election. The incumbent mayor, Jim Kaysen, who was re-elected for a second 2-year term, took the oath of office with his wife Carmen by his side. Vince Lago, who won in the Commissioner Group 2's race, shared the moment with his wife Olga Marie and young daughter. And lastly, Patricia Keon, elected as Commissioner for Group 3, was accompanied by her daughter-in-law Michelle. Both new commissioners will serve their terms until 2017. There are some good news on the financial front. The results of an external audit of the city's finances were recently presented to the City Commission. Auditors with the CPA firm of McGlaughlin issued an unqualified opinion of the city's financial statements for the fiscal year that ended on September 30, 2012. The external auditors found that the city finances have improved. Among the improvements, auditors pointed to a substantial increase in the general fund reserve from $12.3 million in fiscal year 2011 to $21.1 million in the fiscal year 2012. This is a great achievement made in the wake of the worst recession since the Great Depression. During this time, the city lowered property tax rates for the last 2 years, but city leaders have pledged to fill up the reserves until they reach $25 million. In other news, community members got together recently to celebrate the annual Arbor Day. The city's annual celebration of Arbor Day included a tree planting by students from Ponce de Leon Middle School and other younger ones who learned the significance of this act for our future generations. The Coral Gables Garden Club was also present to recognize the best city landscape properties with the Landscape Beautification Awards. The event took place at the park area on Augusto Street and Marius Streets. Moreover, a yearly tribute recognized our men in blue who have lost their lives in the line of duty. At this year's Police Memorial Ceremony held at Fire Station 1, the city of Coral Gables honored the memory of those officers who have made the supreme sacrifice by giving their own lives while on duty and while serving this community. Among our fallen heroes are Sergeant Francis Cyril Guest, Sergeant Homer Barden, Constable Luther T. Hardison, Officer Billy Stevens, Officer Walter Sathers, Officer Robert DeCourt, Officer Luis Pena, Sergeant Alfred Terranoni, and Officer Robert Bonnet. A 21-gun salute commemorated this solemn tribute. In Coral Gables, you can let your fingers do the paying for parking these days. The city's convenient new pay-by-phone program, which lets you pay for parking through your smartphone, has tripled the transactions for parking. The old system generated an average of $20,000 a month with approximately 3,000 transactions per week. With the implementation of the new system in November of last year, it is now generating an average of $60,000 a month and 10,000 transactions per week. Registered users can now park in any of the city's metered parking spaces, receive alerts when time is about to expire, and replenish their time remotely by simply launching their app on their smartphone. So far, both the city and parking customers are very happy with this new idea. Finally, our popular Coral Gables Gallery Night continues the first Friday of every month, showcasing the latest works of art. American pop artist Leslie Liu was in Coral Gables for her first exhibition at Art Space Virginia Miller Galleries. This is what she had to say about her experience.
My work basically has covered over 30 years of images that deal with growing up in America and our culture and our taste. And you know, America is a group of all different types of people. So I try to grab all the different memories that all of us have grown up with as children, and you know, so that you'll see a lot of different selections of different work that I do for that reason. For me, I think a lot of the stuff that I do is based on just our things that we have in everyday culture, you know, in all of us. And so my inspiration was my dad starting off with products, and the reason I even build up my work and do it really three-dimensionally is because the detail is very important to me, so almost every painting has a lot of detail.
That's all we have for you today. Remember, we're always available on demand. Just check us out at coralgables.com or at youtube.com/coralgablestv. I'm Tanya Leeds. Thanks for watching Coral Gables Television.